Hey, we've got a little bit of a bonus recipe for today. So we're not in Mom's cookbook because I didn't shop for the ingredients, but I'm going to show you one of my recipes that I like to do on a pretty regular basis because I like it and I always have green apples in my house. So what I'm going to make for you is applesauce that's heading towards apple butter. Now for those of you who don't know what apple butter is, it's just really super concentrated applesauce. If you ever go to Cracker Barrel, ask them for apple butter if you've never had it, and it's one of those really yummy delicious things. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a small pot. This is a 1 quart, so just a small pot because you don't want a lot of cooking room for this one because you want everything to cook quickly and to concentrate. You're going to need a couple of Granny Smith apples. You can actually use any apple, it doesn't really matter, but I like to use Granny Smiths, and you're just going to cut them into chunks. Just, you don't want the core, so you don't want that part. And there we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So, just cut them into some parts, some bits. And you're going to need some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and the juice from an orange. So in this house, we always have those little mandarin oranges that are, what do they call them, cuties or something like that. We always have those. So I'm going to use a couple of cuties. So what I've done is I've peeled off the peel, and that goes in there. And so let's get these all cut up and put in there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut the cuties in half, and you're just gonna squeeze them into your pot and add them to your apple mixture, and that gives you just about enough moisture. You really don't need to add any water or anything to this. And once you make your own applesauce, you're gonna despise the stuff you buy in the store because it is so much tastier and so much better for you and full of fiber and good stuff. So there, I've cored the 2 apples, I've juiced the mandarins, I put the mandarin peels in there. Now in this one, I've got four little allspices and about 5 cloves. And throw that puppy in there. Now you're going to do a generous shaky of cinnamon. The more cinnamon, if you don't like cinnamon, you don't have to put cinnamon in it, because I know some people don't like cinnamon. And then this is nutmeg. So I've got a little nutmeg grater here, and just do, a few scrapies, because that's going to add a little bit more flavor to the final product. And then the last thing you're going to need, now, unfortunately, Granny Smiths are a little on the tart side, so you're going to need a little bit of sugar, and I mean just a tiny bit. You don't need a lot. Now, I personally like to use the Mexican sugar, but then I found Asian sugar, all right? So Asian sugar is basically the same thing, but it looks like this. It says brown candy, and it's really literally brown sugar candy. And I think half of this will do, because you don't really want a ton of sugar because the apples have enough sugar in them. And that's it. You're just going to set that on the stove. You're going to let it cook, and you're going to cook it on low for maybe 30-40 minutes until everything just becomes super soft. You might want to add just a touch of water, but once the apples start breaking down, they're going to release water, and then all of a sudden you're going to have applesauce. So I'll see you in a little bit when we've had a chance to cook down a bit. So back in a bit. Okay, so here we're just a few minutes in, and you can see everything is steaming. It smells like apple pie right now, and let's see. The apples are getting soft, so they're not quite mushy yet, but they're getting soft. So So we have a little bit more to go. So just keep it on a low simmer, keep it covered, and we'll have applesauce in a little bit. Okay, we're doing really, really good here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove those little bits that we don't want to have in our final product. So we're going to remove the little allspice. We're going to remove the cloves. We're going to remove the orange peel and just pick those out. Now, if you want, of course, you can put that in a cheesecloth and all that other good French stuff. So, but in this case, we're just making it easy on ourselves and just picking stuff out. So as you can see, everything is super, super soft. And so what we do at this point is we get a potato masher. And we give everything a good mash. Mash, 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 mash. And there you go, guys. Homemade applesauce. That's it. Easy peasy. And it's tasty, too. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.